Happy Saturday, CLS fam. Welcome to the Paradigm Shift, episode 37 with a billionaire. Let's have some fun today. Let's drop some nuggets, some gems. Let's get a little weird. Let's just have a ton of fun. Chef Mark, Big Dave, and how, oh my goodness, Instagram chats are back for me. The glitch is gone. It's going to be a great day. Good morning, Cindy girl. I see you. We're going to bring on Big Dave real quick. And then we're going to bring on Cindy. About guys. So buckle up. And I'm wearing pink today for you, Cindy.
What's up?
Hey, Dave.
Hold on. I gotta get my tea. Hold on, man.
Your tea?
Yeah. I gotta shut the door. My wife's yelling at me.
Bree in the house. We got.
I got a new Buddha boot.
Messages back for Craig Siegel the Eagle. Unbelievable.
What's up, boys?
Doing great, Big Dave. Last night, office hours with yours truly was truly special. It was so much fun. Thank you again for having me. The show was great. What a success this season was, just as a fan of tapping into some of the greats. For the audience listening, if you didn't catch it, every Friday on Bloomberg, 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 Eastern.
You were amazing. And yeah, next season we'll get Cindy Eckert on here, our special guest. So we were loaded, man. We had everyone, Sadhguru. Who was on your episode last night, Craig?
Tim Story, who's great.
He's amazing, right?
Yeah, love that. How'd you think of my performance? Give me some critique.
Hey, man, you can always get better. I think the content that you have is exceptional. Being able to articulate it into a manner in which you can have a wider spectrum. You see, 10% of the people, Craig, are going to love what you say no matter what. 10% are going to hate what you say no matter what. The better you get at your own spectrumization, your own frequency of being able to simplify things in a concise manner, you'll obtain the other 80%. And that will make the exponential difference in your brand and in your empowerment project of helping other people.
What's up, Christy? You know what's so interesting, Dave? I've grown so much in the last 3 months. A lot of that tribute to you, mentorship, and so forth. And it's like, I watched last night, and although it's obviously great energy and all that stuff, it reminds me of like season one. Like, you ever go back to your favorite show and you're like, oh, season one, before they had the budget, it was so cute. But I've come such a long way since. I'm just excited about all the things to come. The best part about life is we never stop learning, or at least hopefully we don't.
You'll never stop learning. That's what life's about. Life's about lessons. Lessons will keep on coming until you learn them. So Colleen can't wait for Cindy today. Look at all these people in here. So excited to be here.
I wore pink for her. We're going to start right away. I'm going to ask you a quick one, Cindy, and then we're going to bring you right on. Dave, this is a loaded question, so we won't talk about it for too long, but it's something that I've really started to understand, and it's made a great difference in my life. The power of intention, and how once we really tap into that frequency, we can literally see real-time manifestations.
Yeah, and I experienced that on Thanksgiving, but I consider in order to have a power of intention, you have to believe in the field of intention. The field of intention is one that exists in infinity, it exists in limitlessness. And if we believe in a field of intention, then we can understand the power that that field has. The field, the frequency, the spectrum of that intention, meaning defined as, by the way, attention, the focus, right? So you initially have to start dreaming or focusing in on what you want. But the aggregation of what you think, what you say, what you do, what you believe, even understanding the patterns of the inheritance that you've received, the genetic and energetic inheritance of your personality traits, your characteristics, obsessions and addictions. If you aggregate all the attention and intention together, you'll understand after believing there's a field of intention that you can manifest anything that you desire rapidly and accurately.
Yeah, and also just real quick to touch upon that, in order for you to put out intentions, you have to be in that frequency being receptive, and then the intentions will come to fruition. A lot of people don't think that they're worthy of being receptive.
Yeah, that's because they've created interference. So it's hard and difficult for them to understand that they're in a field of reception. They're in a field of deliverance. They're in a field of allowance. They're in a field of everythingness, of more than enough of everything. And so when we create this interference, we immediately start focusing in on what we don't want, what other people want, what the struggles are, the mistakes, the failures, the setbacks, and we get more of those instead of reminding ourselves that we're happy, healthy, wealthy, worthy, and what are we doing to interfere with it?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring on Cindy right now. In the meantime, I'm bringing her on. Can you just tell the audience just exactly how you've become so handsome?
It's mostly the hat. I found this really blessed hat, and I look really good in it. And sorry, but been married 24 years, Craig, so you can just be my side hustle.
I love you so much, buddy. This time last week, there she is.
Oh my goodness, a pink tree and a pink lady. What's going on, girl?
David, you know it. Hey, Craig. Hey, David. How are you?
Hey, Cindy. Dave must have not got the memo with the pink today.
I mean,
I barely got my workout done. I had my shirt laid out. Hold on. Look at this.
He definitely has some pink socks on, Craig.
I had my
go.
shirt laid out right here, but I
There
just
you
was
go.
sweating, so darn it.
I love it.
Is
Wait, say it again, Craig. You broke up.
that a pink Christmas tree?
Of course.
That's awesome.
You know it.
She's an awesome entrepreneur and person and philanthropist. She's amazing.
Thank you.
I would stay here for hours. It's so great to see you, Cindy.
So good to see you too. I can't believe we're at the end of the year. Look at all these great people who've joined us too. I see some familiar folks. Hey, Jess, how are you?
Yeah, Cindy, thank you for joining us today. I'm a big fan of yours. This is the
you.
first time I've actually connected. I have a feeling it's just going to be the beginning, but so much love and respect. So excited. We're going to dive right in. You ready for us?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. You've had such an unbelievable career, so many different chapters and seasons, over 25 years in healthcare, sold 2 businesses for north of 1.5 billion. Right now, today, what excites you the most?
Getting to help other people do exactly the same, but not step on all of the minefields that I did. That's the fun. How lucky am I that every day people show up at my office with unbelievable ideas, right? Game-changing, world-changing ideas, and they're looking for help in the roadmap to get it done. And I get to give them access to my team who've helped me build 2 companies to success and really walk that builder's journey with them, which is totally what electrifies me.
That's awesome. Dave, you call that the dummy taxes. She calls it the mines.
Yeah, exactly. It is a dummy tax. And I think one of the things that Cindy does really well, and for someone that's so young, is that through experience you could also learn downstream. And when you reach a level of success and you want to help people, you're not helping people if you don't have the capability to have a downstream, to be able to qualify, trust, and vet the opportunities, all the different requests. And I was at the First Responders Children's Foundation at Thanksgiving, and it was really interesting because after 9/11, the mayor, there was so many people that wanted to help, but they didn't have a downstream, and they almost missed out on Alex Kahn, the guy who founded it. They raised over $40 million because they thought he was just another and they didn't have the system. So, I'm really curious, Cindy, because you do so well, and I try my best to find the best opportunities for people, for you to elevate, that I believe can elevate others as well. But how have you developed such a great downstream where everybody feels as if they received personal attention when they have a request of you?
Honestly, it's all about my team. So I can't take the credit. I've built over time what has been my greatest accomplishment, the people I have found to come do this with me. That's for sure, right? Every great ideas, as you all well know, great ideas don't execute themselves, people do. And so how do you find the most incredible people, surround yourself with them? And now it's just my circle continues to grow. David will say, hey, Cindy, this is an awesome female founder. You should take a look at what she's doing. She comes into our doorstep and she doesn't really just have my support. She's got the support of all the people who helped me build it. And that's really how I think we deliver to have them, figure out challenges as broad as, oh my God, how do I build the supply chain? How do I build a manufacturing capability to, what should be my digital marketing strategy, and what are current trends, what's happening in the algorithm? And I've got all of those people and experts around me to help them.
Amazing.
Cindy's got nuggets today. This is great. Cindy, I want to go back for 1 second, a part of your journey.
Wait, I got a question, Craig. I got a question. Do you have a V-neck sweater in every color?
That's great.
I wanted to show Cindy the respect she
I
deserves.
get it. I just figured you got like
I
20
love
different.
it, Craig.
It's the same sweater, every color. You just picked out the pink one. That's beautiful.
You know, when you come to the Pinkubator, I'm going to need you to be wearing that.
I got a pink suit I'm wearing.
Cindy, let me just say something to you. I saw Dave in person a couple months back, and he's like, Craig, your brand is exploding. This is when you should be very deliberate with what you wear.
Yeah.
So maybe you should lose the muscle cut off tees. I said, you know what? So now I show up with a sweater, and now I'm overdressed.
No, you gotta overdress. You gotta get a variety. This is not the same sweater.
That's great.
All right, fine. Cindy, I wanted to ask you, it's very well documented that you sold the company for over $1 billion.
Yeah.
And went back to that company because you weren't necessarily fulfilled with what they did when you sold it. Why was that? And where do you get this maniacal drive from?
I love it. Okay, so first of all, for everybody, it's time to wake up. We're going to talk about sex because the product was the first ever product for women's low libido. Men have 26 products for issues in the bedroom. Women didn't have a single one until we broke through. So it was, you know, this was a massive mission for me about women having options and this subject not being taboo. So you can imagine how much of my heart was really tied to this product and to this approval. And then I sold it, and it's the entrepreneur's dream come true, right? Literally, I had $1 billion happy ending, or pun intended, everybody. But it's not there. It didn't play out that way. And I think maybe the most important lesson of all in that process is it is up to you to make your own happy ending, right? I had this giant company come in. They were going to march it across the world. They were going to make it affordable for women, and they put it on the shelf. And when they did that, I actually sat with heartbreak. I mean, I was really, really so disappointed more than anything else because I felt that I had let down my team, the people who'd bet on me. We'd all made money, but money, this is where you prove that money wasn't what it was all about, right? What it was all about was actually changing the game for women. And so finally I kicked myself in my own ass and said, what are you doing sitting here feeling sorry for yourself? Not on my watch, right? When things are happening that are either not the right thing to happen, not the fair thing to happen, something you're just not going to accept for yourself, I think that's a good thing to say to yourself, right? Not on my watch. Even if it's just that you're feeling lazy, you don't want to work out that day. Not on my watch. And kick yourself in the ass. I got back up. I met with the CEO. They had replaced the CEO who'd bought the company. And I sat down with him and I said, give it back. And he said, we just gave you $1 billion in cash for that. And I said, yeah, I know. And you're doing nothing with it. Give it back. And that started a process to ultimately, literally them giving it back to me and my whole group keeping the $1 billion.
I have so much. I just want to say, and I appreciate you, and I just love your integrity. Dave, what were you about to say?
Yeah, it's incredible because great leaders are intelligent listeners. And one of the things that we listen to is not just, you know, the people closest to us, our employees, our consumers. Right. And you see each of these different facets in business where people are great listeners, great leaders are great listeners, and they exceed and excel. But one of the things that I want to point out, being the woo-woo spiritual kind of conflicted individual, is that those leaders that listen to a calling, and I see a lot of people either interfere or ignore a calling. And I don't want to give it a religious context of any sort. I just know that the more that I listen to that calling, when I say not on my watch, this is what I want, this is who I can help, who can help me, and how I'm going to get it done. And if they're not getting it done, then I'm going to make it a priority to me to answer that call, to listen to that calling, besides the consumers, the partners, the vendors, the purchasers, the family members, the friends and associates. You got to be an intelligent listener in order to be a great leader. And that's a perfect display of that. I see that with Alex Machinsky at Celsius Network, Craig, which I want to have on here as well. He's at $3 billion unicorn exits, and he just has a call. I saw him 7:30 on a Friday night standing at an Ask Me Anything away from his 6 kids and wife, sweating in a t-shirt, helping other people understand crypto and digital currency. And I'm thinking to myself, this is because he is an intelligent listener and he listens to his callings as well.
Yeah,
Thank you,
both
David.
awesome today. I'm so grateful to be here with both you guys. And I have to ask you, of course, Cindy, there's a lot of female entrepreneurs that
Yeah,
tune the show every single day.
Over 50%.
that's right.
Yeah. Tell us about the Pinkubator and how potential.
Well, listen, when I sort of picked my head up 10 years, I was just building companies, right? Back to back, in the trenches, in the war. And when I picked my head up and I had this awesome opportunity to go speak and everything else, I was struck by the fact that not only had the equation not changed in that women didn't have the same access to capital. So to this day, 2% of all venture funding goes to women. Now we're saying that half of the population has 2% of the good ideas. That's ridiculous. That's also a hell of an investment opportunity if you go look where others aren't looking. The second piece is when I got off stage, there were lines of women asking, will you mentor me? And what also hadn't changed in that decade is that women still didn't feel they had access to mentors. And that's what the Pinkubator is all about. So solving, if you will, the issue in two ways: access to capital. All the ideas aren't right for us. We really kind of stick in health and wellness, but we often connect people, beauty, fashion, to other people doing the same work. And then the mentorship piece is really, again, what I come alive with. I love it. They get access to my team, ask me questions. I do have an ask of them, and that is they have to give us specific questions. I wonder how you guys feel about this. People write me every day and they're like, can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't. I wish I could have that much coffee. I'm already wired. Can you imagine what I was like if I accepted all that coffee offers? But like, be specific. What can we help you with? And that maybe is for everyone listening. If you're out there, we are more connected than we have ever been as a society. You can literally slide into the DMs of people who have built exactly what you want to build, people you admire. And if you will ask them something specific, I'm going to bet you that they will respond. If you give them something broad-based, they can't. So anyway, it's really fun. Pinkubator is my joy. We have 13 companies under the umbrella today. We put a ton of capital into female-founded innovation. We look for disruptors. That's who we're looking for.
Disruptors. What are you smiling at, Big Dave?
Oh my God, I just love her. And I'm hoping that you make it on my next season of Office Hours.
Oh my God, me too. That'd be so fun.
Well, we got 4 different dates this time, so it made it a little bit easier. But I'm just thinking, I ask, right? People ask me all the time, what's the one piece of advice I'd tell myself when I was 18 or 28 or 38 or 48?
Yeah.
I would ask, and ask big, ask often, keep on asking. And you'll get more specific the more you ask, because you understand. I actually have a video, Craig, that I did early on, probably 4 years ago when I first started with Gary, about coffee and about what a waste of time. If you're asking people to go get a cup of coffee, what a waste of time that is.
I love it.
Literally, I had this morning before I went my workout, I had a multi-million-dollar deal that the conversation took 6 minutes on the phone, and I was a little frustrated with myself. I couldn't keep to my 5:20 rule of 5-minute phone calls and 20-minute meetings. But it literally, because I was so prepared and I made sure that they were prepared for the phone call, that we just went down a checklist, came to a accommodation to each of the 6 items, and it's going to paper this morning in 6 minutes. You don't have to go spend 6 hours for a cup of coffee. You can get an answer in a couple minutes, especially from people that know and have prioritized what's important to them. Someone like Cindy would be happy to help you quickly if you know what you want.
Yes. Ooh, I love it. Wait, Craig, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
I love that Craig, he was sending me, we were messaging each other back and forth, and he said the word maniacal, which I love. And I wonder why, but what I love about it, I was thinking about our conversation this morning, and for folks who are joining, like, what is the one factor of the most successful people I know, right? Of David, of you, of all of our mutual friends who have accomplished incredible things. What is it? It's actually maniacal curiosity. They are curious every day, and they wake up every day. They would be so incredibly bored if they thought they knew the answer to everything. And I really find, even when I'm looking for founders, part of what I'm teasing out and interviewing people to hire to be on my team, all of this, is I'm teasing out, like, is that motor of curiosity there? Are they constant learners? When I built my first company, we actually had a product for men, and it was like an in-office procedure. Surgical is overstating it, but it was new. So we went out and we filmed the techniques of doctors all over the world doing this little procedure. And we started showing it at medical conferences, and the most incredible thing happened. So it's a bunch of surgeons, right? You're showing them techniques. 99% of them were like this. No. That's not how you do it. No, oh, no. 1% of them was like this. Holy cow, what are they doing? Oh my God, I never thought of that. I'm gonna try that. You can guess which ones were the top in the world. Those folks that were still learning were the people that everyone else actually wanted to be. They were the top of their game. They had mastered it, and yet they were the ones leaning in, learning more. And I think that's that maniacal curiosity is what'll get you exactly where you want to go.
That's awesome. And Dave, you know what that reminds me of? Something that someone I know always says, be more interested than interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like Cindy. I look for open minds, open hearts, and open hands.
Yeah.
I run as fast as I can. The easiest way to qualify someone, because we're so connected today, is do they have a closed mind? And the best way to find out if someone has a closed mind is present an open-ended question to a mind. An open mind will then go ahead and explore that question. A closed mind will instantly take this.
Yes.
I don't have time. What do you think about this? Or how do you feel today? It's like God is blessing me, promoting me, and protecting me when I ask someone how they are and they give me a short, rude answer, because I'm just thinking, thank goodness I'm not wasting my time with that energy. I'm going to find someone that is interested, curious, and collaborative, and is looking to expand, grow, and accelerate.
Yeah. You guys nailed it. We'll bring it home with this final question, just off the cuffs. And I had to ask you, because this is a very popular subject right now, and it's something I'm really diving into, the quantum and the law of attraction and stuff like that. Do you utilize all that stuff?
Oh, listen, I just had the best conversation about, like, somebody asked me, when you were a kid, did you imagine you would do this, right? What did you think in terms of sort of manifesting, right? What you're going to get out of life. And I think what I'm so fortunate is that, at least through the wiring of my parents, I think that fostered curiosity, resourcefulness. I always thought I'd do something big, and it meant impact. And I think that has been one of those paradigm shifts, if you will, is, you go through a lot of life wanting to prove. And there's a moment where it shifts and it goes from needing to prove something to needing to give something. And that's when you've really found it, right? Is that shift from proving it to giving it. Like, what do I have to give? And I think that's all part of this, right? Of what you attract into your life, of how you put it out there, what you're able to accomplish, really visualizing, I think, the incredible things everyone here has the power to accomplish.
Yeah, I'm putting this on so I match, but for me, it's what Cindy's saying is the complete paradigm shift of my life, which is, number one, I do have faith now. I did not when I lost everything and pursued it, but I have faith there's something bigger than me that loves me, cares about me more than I care about my own children. But more importantly, that because of that, I don't have to go get healthy. I don't have to go get wealthy. I don't have to prove my worthiness. I don't have to prove my happiness. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy. My focus strictly is, what am I doing to interfere with that great source of omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing everything that's coming through me, to acknowledge it. It comes through you to acknowledge, acquire the knowledge of it, to give it away so you can elevate and celebrate other people. That's what Cindy Eckert has done her entire career. And as she raises her awareness to this, it'll be incredible, the exponential impact, as I see already, she's having. And your calling, my friend. Keep on following it. Keep on being such an incredible human being. And anything I can do to be of service, including wear pink every day, just let me know.
I love it. At least when you come to the Pinkubator.
Yeah, guys, the only negative going on today is we don't have 10 hours to chat. I love you both. Cindy, I'm going to manifest this right now. We got to get you on the PLS Experience podcast. I just want more of you in my life.
I love it.
Always, thank you guys for stopping by, and have an unbelievable weekend.
Thanks, you guys. It's great spending time with you.
Merry Christmas. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Craigie Poo.
Love you guys. Bye-bye. Too much fun as always. The Paradigm Shift episode 37 in the bag. What an unbelievable guest Cindy was. I want more of her in my life. There, I said it. So we're going to make that happen. Guys, so much fun. Paradigm Shift is the show of shows. We're going to have some big surprise 2022. You're going to be able to watch the Paradigm Shift not only on Instagram, somewhere else too. We'll leave it at that. That's really it. I see Chef Marshall in the house. Bree mode. Everybody's out today. Jesse, Alex, Helene Siegel, my mom. Everybody's here. Too much fun, guys. If you're not in the texting community, text the number at the bottom of the screen. Rachie in the house. Office hours last night was so much fun. It was our episode. If you guys haven't watched the replay yet, we'll get it over to you. You can find it. Chef Marshall. Just so much fun, guys. Sharpen the axe for the rest of the weekend. And oh, by the way, we went to the doctor yesterday, and the MRI came back. Interesting. No signs of the tumor cells, but we do, in fact, have a broken foot. So there's that. Add that to the plot twist and the story of the marathon. But nothing but gratitude. This was so much fun. We loved the Paradigm Shift. And just stop by on a Saturday, guys, to contribute to your life, to get a little weird, talk maniacal drive, and all that stuff. So we love you guys. Have an unbelievable weekend. Yes, Jesse, if you guys aren't in the CLS membership already, sounds like a personal problem. You can message me and see what's up. Text the number at the bottom of the screen to join the CLS texting community. Love you guys so much. Do me one last favor, if you don't mind. Have an unbelievable weekend. Sharpen the axe. Expand your paradigms, change your perspective, and don't forget how worthy you are of living the life you desire. That's that. So, love you guys. Hanny in the house.